Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Views with Hughes, your gender free news. This is Jerome Hughes, and tonight on episode 2 of the Cosmic Culture Live, I have special guest Mexican Iron Man in the back. I'll bring him in shortly, but before we do that, if you're joining in from Culture Casino stream, welcome. Glad to have you all here as well. Now, got a stack of topics and everything ahead tonight where we're going to talk about Disney as well as Marvel and even Star Wars and stuff, including a weekend review so that way we can get our special guest reaction and thoughts on this. Okay. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring in our special guest.
Hello,
And
chat. Are you froze again?
pickles.
Pickles. Pickles. I love pickles. Oh, you froze again. Hi, chat. Our host is frozen.
I
So,
keep
whenever,
freezing.
yeah, you keep freezing.
Yeah. Well, I was asking how you doing.
Very well, sir.
Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. So this is the last time I actually have StreamYard open and everything. I'm gonna have to go a bit further down with my resolution. So far we got Ruby Hoove in the house and stuff. How you doing, Ruby? All right,
Hail, Ruby.
yeah. All right. So just to let y'all know, YouTube Mike, that this may that in the future with like the next episode, episode 3, I'm going to be streaming during the daytime. Okay, so I haven't decided whether it's the morning or sometime early in the afternoon because of the fact that right about now people would be asleep and stuff. Okay, and or probably up playing games and stuff. So never know. All right,
Plus,
so
it's
like,
easier to, I'm definitely easier to book earlier in the day.
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, most definitely. All right, so Mike, we're gonna be brief with these things unless we have any thoughts that might come to our minds and stuff where we start talking about certain topics and stuff. But let's go ahead and get into the first story of the evening where Furiosa is opening to 31 to 34 million dollars, lowest number one Memorial Day weekend debut in decades. Okay. They also have Garfield movie that's actually clawing right behind it at 30 to 32 million. Okay, so this is some pretty interesting stuff if you ask me and everything because of the fact that a lot of people expected Garfield to do better to be number one and everything. And Furiosa, I don't even know why they made that movie because of the fact that a lot of people didn't even ask for that. I mean, Mike, you remember Mad Max Fury Road and stuff that had Charlize Theron in it playing Furiosa. A lot of people didn't really like that movie.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yet we have here that they're at 31 million to 34 million dollars and stuff, which is the lowest Memorial Day weekend. So is this safe to say that there's a chance where it actually may fall on the list this weekend?
As I was thinking about being on your show, which we confirmed this, like I think it was last week or whatever, but I was thinking about something earlier this evening after I ate dinner, as I was before coming onto your show, and what I thought about is that the old Mike, me, Mexican Iron Man, the old Mike, I would have already like decided what movie or movies I might see this weekend, and I'm realizing now that I think Hollywood is so broken that they've even taken a guy like me who would go to movies like I mean, generally I've been going to movies twice a month for like decades, except for obviously during COVID.
Oh
And
yeah.
and then when you said, "Hey, what are you doing Friday?" I said, "Hey, yeah, of course I'll be on your show because I know you. We got history, and I like you, and we have good convo and stuff." And so I'm like, "Yeah." But then it dawned on me after dinner. I was thinking, I didn't. It didn't even dawn on me or occur to me that to go to the movies, and I'm realizing that every weekend that's more and more the case. You take this movie. Hell no, I'm not exactly excited about it. I mean, frankly, the Mad Max movies are so far gone in the ancient past. At least the originals were, and
Yeah.
anything since then has been. I'm not surprised. Garfield too. I'm not surprised. I mean, you're talking about an opening weekend of retelling of stories of properties that were made a long. I mean, look, I don't know about Garfield. Maybe it'll pick up steam with the kids Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I don't know, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I think Hollywood is literally completely and totally broken itself.
Well, of course. I mean, it took years for that to happen. We've been witnessing that ourselves and stuff, whether we're fans or even those who work within the industry itself.
Right.
Okay. But the fact of the matter is, like, I think there's a likely chance where and they're like neck and neck with each other. Garfield and um Furiosa and stuff. They're right neck to neck each other. And I'm saying this right now. Chris Pratt has a better chance to pull in more people than Anna Taylor Joy as well as Chris Hemsworth are doing right now. All right.
I think I'm going to
So
agree with you. And here's the problem: is that budget for Furious, I can't remember, but I think it's 160, 180 mil, something like that.
that's not good.
Right? That's what I'm saying. That's like all bad, right? Mathematically speaking, right? That's all bad.
We are. We are.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's like it's kind of I mean, first glance at it today, like if we didn't really like think of like these two movies being released the same day and stuff, we would have expected you know Furiosa to be actually be better than Garfield. But when this day and age with the whole entertainment industry with the woke elements in the movies and everything, I think it's safe to say that we were actually expecting for Garfield to do better, and there's a chance that they could do better. So this article is coming from my favorite Anthony D'Alessandro from Deadline, where it talks
Hmm.
where he says here, like as written on Friday afternoon earlier today, ouch, it's looking really bad. Warner Brothers Furiosa is possibly posting the lowest opening for a Memorial Day movie in 41 years with the 4 day
What?
between 31 million and 35 million dollars. What do you make of that?
Wow, the 41. Wait, whoa, wait a minute. So the last time something did this bad was 40 years. Was that the 80s?
Yeah.
Get out of here. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Wow.
Now,
That's
yeah,
horrific.
it's real horrific because of the that shows that the current state of Hollywood, the box office and everything, because of the simple fact that people already knew what to expect. Okay, and the fact of the matter, it's called Furiosa, Mad Max story. Mad Max Fury Road was not a Mad Max movie. That's how people felt. Okay,
Right.
I felt that. I mean, yeah, you had a great actor playing Mad Max, Tom Hardy, and what they do, they put him to the side and stuff, made it a Furiosa movie. So you might as well just call this Furiosa, like prequel to Furiosa, Furiosa Fury Road.
That's a good one. I like that.
Now it goes on to say, and this is a brief article, by the way. If the George Miller directed prequel comes in on a low end, the last time a number one movie on Memorial Day opening title filed a 4 day gross take that was lower was back in 1983 with 83's Return of the Jedi, which made $30.5 million, and that was a lot of money back then.
Right.
Whoo.
Yeah, I mean, if you adjust for inflation and stuff, yeah, this is pretty brutal. The other thing that's gonna like be awful for this movie is, like I
Mhm.
said, that budget. So that means that the losses are just horrific, right?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that
I
one.
mean, if it does that on Memorial Day weekend, which should open big, that means it's gonna peter out really, really, really fast. I mean, peter out hard. And so let's just do some math. So let's just say, what do you think it'll do for the whole weekend, Hughes? What do you think? What's your best guess?
I'd probably have to say around like at the rate it's going now. If it's this low, I'm guessing may, and this is me being generous, possibly making it to like somewhere between 40 to 50 million dollars.
Okay. So let's just go with your 40. Let's split it. Okay. Let's call it 50. Let's be generous.
Mm-hmm.
If it falls down to 20, it's going to evaporate down to 15, down to 10. This thing might not bring in, like, this thing may not even hit 100 million. I mean, maybe, but I don't think so. What do you think?
I don't think it will either. I honestly don't think it will because of the simple fact that the reception around it was bleak. we already know about what happened at the end of the Mad Max Fury Road and stuff. So there was no need for it to go to the origins because they assumed that yeah, they might have got some good numbers back then with that movie, but at the same time, what like there wasn't much rewatchability, there wasn't much talk about it after the fact and stuff,
Right.
and they assumed that they can go ahead and go on and stuff. And I guarantee you, they was going on it just to make another film or product and stuff. Just go ahead and get better ESG scores and stuff, so that way they'll get more funds for the from the government.
Right. Absolutely. I think you're 100% on point.
Thank you. And you smoking also you're on fire as usual. But says here if Furiosa hits that high end of his current range at 35 million, then that's the lowest Memorial Day weekend opening since 1984's Indiana Jones and the Temple, which Tim Do, which did $33.9 million, and those 80s grosses are unadjusted for inflation. What do you
Right.
make of that?
That's what I mean. So that if you do them, if you reverse calculate them, see, back then, these kind of openings worked because the
Uh-huh.
budgets weren't out of control, So and the other thing too is you had more quality pictures doing, I'm sorry, you had more studios doing quality pictures. So the overall box office for the weekend didn't
Mm-hmm.
matter as much. See, right now, there's less output, there's less quality output. And so that means like from a market standpoint, there's more pressure on each release. Well, the problem is that when you have a lower number of quality films, that's going to make the whole box office implode, and that's what we're seeing this weekend. I mean, I hadn't seen this article yet. So this is pretty depressing. That's pretty shocking. Hollywood better wake the hell up and get its act together on multiple fronts because if it's this bad now when we're supposedly no longer in COVID and we don't have to worry about going out, which is now,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, COVID's now 4 years ago. So this is pretty depressing. I mean, I'd be flipped out if I were at Warner Brothers right now. I'd be completely flipped out.
David Zaslav better watch his back because of the fact that yeah he chose the board answers to him, but at the same time that very board can go ahead and have a vote of no confidence with him. Now, to say the least, Warner Brothers could be in trouble if this actually becomes a flop because what's next after this, like the biggest thing could be Superman Legacy. And we all saw the fan reaction to that. It was pretty mixed when they dropped the first look of Superman, the new Superman in DCU with the loose outfit and everything putting
Yep.
on, and it had a lot of people upset, and then a lot of other people also excited for it, or so we think. And the fact of the matter is that people are not really looking forward to this movie made by James Gunn and stuff, because remember, the Suicide Squad didn't do well in theaters. Okay, it didn't even like make back the money that it spent for, not even for the production value as well as the marketing. And that
Right.
comes to show that not not a lot of people were actually warmed up or cozy with that, because of the fact that they saw the direction they were going without Zack Snyder. But meanwhile, Sony's and Alcon's Garfield movie is showing $8 million today, including previews, with 24 million for Friday through Sunday and 30 million to 32 million for a 4 day at over 4,000 theaters, which includes PLF. And on a 3 day basis, that would inch out the start of 2004's Garfield. Okay, and that was a live action movie, which was just a 3D Garfield played by Bill Murray. But this, I mean, I can actually see it overtaking, you know, Furiosa in the box office this weekend. I could be wrong. What's your take on it, Mike?
Well, Garfield's. I mean, everybody loves Garfield. I mean, who doesn't love Garfield? Garfield's child friendly, kid friendly. Garfield's kind of eternal,
Mhm.
in terms of what people like to see and stuff. So I think Fury. I think I agree with you. Furious is going to implode, and Garfield's going to gain steam. And Culture Casino, our good buddy Culture Casino, made an observation that I had not thought about. Um, which is that because it's already done over 50 million overseas, and that might be a good number on the back end. If we do the reverse and we flip it around and say, well, if it's doing that good overseas, what will it do here? I think this
Mhm.
movie could have some legs on it. People are starving for family entertainment, and Garfield might just be one of those movies that as kids get out of school, as they need stuff to do, maybe the next 2, 3, 4 weeks it'll sit around, maybe not do blockbuster opening weekend numbers or second
Yeah.
weekend numbers, but it might just bang along, chug along, at like 10, 15 mil, that kind of thing.
Oh, I got you. I definitely got you. And these companies are actually doing it well, where they actually try to get the movies out there during the weekends where they know that the schools are closed. And I'm gonna tell you this right now: it's look like a bleak outlook for Hollywood this upcoming summer.
Yeah,
And
I mean, things are. Although the Deadpool, supposedly supposed to be pretty, slamming from a ticket standpoint, but we got to wait and
Mhm.
see, right?
Right. I definitely have to agree with you on that one. But other than that, I mean, you know, Warner Brothers, they got to catch it with Sony. Now, Sony, we've seen that they've had a miss and everything with Man of Web early in the year. Okay. But the fact of the matter is, they're going to have to actually step their game up actively in order to go ahead and just, get more butts back in the seat, as well as get people to buy their physical copies of the movies and stuff, because streaming alone is not going to save them. Okay.
Yeah,
Uh, Movie theaters alone is not going to save them. Okay.
yeah,
All these companies are just going to have to get back into focusing on entertainment. All
yeah,
right. Because taking a minor character from a popular comic book that's popular with mostly male audiences and consumers and stuff, and try to turn into a female superhero movie in a manner the same way as Killer or like Basic Instinct and stuff in the 80s isn't going to work, because of the fact that they try to go ahead and gear it out to the younger women instead of the men that took interest in it back then. But of course, we're getting off on a tangent and stuff with this. Um, so we'll go back into the article itself. Uh, it then goes to talk about how, with the latest movie If and stuff, like I think that's going to be number 3 in the box office, if that's not going to be surpassed by Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Okay, because of the fact that those are part of the top 5 at this point.
okay,
And it was a good reception with If from the last weekend and stuff, where they they're seeing a $4.5 million Friday 3-day of $16.8 million and stuff, which is about less than 50%, in the 4-day of $21.7 million, running a total of 64.
mm.
So they're still actually fighting and everything and holding strong. All right. But the fact of the matter is, it's a bit of an uphill battle for them, if you ask me. Okay.
I mean, look, man, I didn't even know this movie was coming out. I didn't even hear about it. I didn't see any ads for
Hmm.
it. I mean, the first time I heard about it, I think was last week on Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
I didn't even see it pop up in my Fandango app. My Fandango movie app, which you look at my movies and stuff that I'm gonna. I think you know what I mean. As we look at this stuff, it's almost like I really think that even I'm guilty of this, and I really thought I never would be guilty of this. I think I've gotten to the point where I'm subconsciously telling myself, well, I'll just watch it on streaming later, and then that later, guess what? Never comes. Because by the time I think about watching something on streaming, I mean, I got so many other distractions. I'd rather watch YouTube, all my friends that I've made on their channels,
Yeah.
and if I do watch something streaming, I mean, it's such a pain in the butt to like find it, it's such a pain in the butt to actually find something, that you like, and let's use an app to find it or Google it. It's almost exhausting. I think Hollywood's even broken itself after the theater experience. It's sad.
Oh yeah. And we have this article here coming in from a Hollywood Reporter, talk about George Lucas, the very thing that many of us have always been talking about, the latest Star Wars films. So it says here that George Lucas says the ideas from the original sort of got lost in post Disney Star Wars films. This isn't the first time we've heard anything like this, because the fact that he was interviewed by Charlie Rose years ago about how basically he explained that Disney decided to go ahead and stay away from his method of telling the story and stuff, and started to go ahead and doing it on, like, doing the way they want to do it.
Right. I
And
think the
it
exact term was the white slavers or some crap like that, right?
yes, definitely the white slavers. So this is basically when he's reflecting on his life and working like different wide range things of movies as well as motion pictures. So the article goes to say that he would quoting him starting off saying, "I'm a servant guide, and I didn't want people to tell me how to make my movies." And that's how George Lucas summed up the whole secret to his success, speaking to a crowd of fans at the packed Debussy theaters in Cannes on Friday afternoon today. The 80-year-old filmmaker was being honored at the 77th Cannes Festival with a prime of a Palme d'Or for his contribution to cinema, and the crowd much younger cohort than is usually seen at these events whooped and hollered as Lucas walked on the stage, and they were wrapped as he sat down for a wide range of discussion of his life in the movie business. Okay, so yeah, basically, this is like an article about like what George Lucas from the war he accepted based on his life work. And Lucas said he felt nostalgic to be back in Cannes when he was presenting his first feature, THX 1138, at the director's fortnight back in 1971. Wow, that's a long time ago, over 50 years ago.
Yo,
and
man.
and his co-writer and sound designer Walter Murch was in the audience, and Luke recalled how Warner Brothers didn't want to send the duo to France for the premiere, forcing them to scrape together the money themselves.
Wow.
That's sad.
That is
Come on.
completely sad and whack.
It's no wonder why 20th Century Fox
Oh
decided to go ahead and
God.
do business with him.
That's sad.
And I wonder, like, how the past executives back then from Warner Brothers reacted to see how big Star Wars became under 20th Century Fox and Lucasfilm. But moving along with the article, it says here, but we weren't really that interested in making money. We were interested in making movies, said Lucas. This right here proved how George Lucas was actually all about entertainment.
Well,
He had.
I mean, it speaks to two things, I think. One is that he's so focused on creativity and the creative process that making money is almost like, I don't know, an afterthought. And one of the things that's true in business in general is that when you focus on like your passion and your mission and you're on purpose, if you're successful at being on that trajectory,
Mhm.
uh success financially is going to come.
Yep.
But if you're not, and all you're doing is trying to chase money, that means creativity matters less. You're just too busy worried about chasing money, and that money may or may not ever show up, right?
Oh yeah. And and it goes to like to go into detail where he defended his prequel films and stuff. I'll be honest with you. I did enjoy his prequel films, sort of, kind of, except the Attack of the Clones movie and stuff.
Right.
Granted, Christopher Lee did an excellent job as Count Dooku and stuff, but the fact of the matter is like the story was like it was getting good, but towards the ending, it's like, um, I don't know. And with how he did it with the two Mandalorians and stuff that was featured in the movie.
Yeah.
I
So you
forgot
didn't
their
like all
names.
that. You didn't like all that, huh?
Well, I like them, but it's just the
uh,
way the story was being presented. That was my only issue. I
well,
mean,
so you didn't like it then. I mean, I did, but I mean, I'm such a Star Wars nut. Then I mean, now, I mean, Jesus, that stuff looks like Oscar worthy level performances. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that, but I mean, it's like it didn't really bring in much, like, to me, the same way, Empire Straight Back brought in.
Right.
If you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
But it's like, I'll tell you what, I'd rather watch that over any of the Disney sequels anytime.
Right.
So it says here that Lucas defended his Star Wars prequel films against the haters, arguing that critics have forgotten that Star Wars was never meant to be a grown-up movie. It was supposed to be a kids movie for 12-year-olds that were going through puberty, who don't know what they were doing and are asking all the big questions. What should I be worried about? What's important in life? He said, and Star Wars has all those things in there. They're buried in there, but you definitely get it, especially if you're young. And the negative response to his Star Wars prequels, Lucas argued, came from critics and fans who had been 10 years old when they saw the first one and didn't want to watch the children's film. I'll be honest with you, I actually enjoyed, the Phantom Minutes and also Revenge of the Sith. Okay, I
Right.
enjoyed those, and the Phantom Menace came out when I was 11 years old.
Okay.
Attack of the Clones came out when I
So
was
you're
like
older
12
than
or
you look.
13. Yeah, but the fifth, and also when I watched Revenge of the Sith and everything, I'll be honest with you, like, 2 weeks after that, it was so good where it brought trauma, like a traumatic experience, watching how Anakin Skywalker became Darth Vader.
Mm,
Okay, that sat with me for a while. That's how good I think George Lucas is as a filmmaker.
yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
think about this, Mexican man? Do you think that he decided to, like, stop? Like, this is the reason why he decided to go ahead and sell Lucasfilm to Disney, or do you think something else?
Well, having seen the videotape of this appearance earlier today, which I did on, it was played on Midnight's Edge.
Mm-hmm.
George is obviously tired. He's obviously older in age. I'm not going to be offensive, but there are many who speculated that he would come back. I don't see that he could come back in a meaningful way. And I think this ship is so far lost at sea, the ship being Star Wars Lucasfilm, that I don't believe anyone can course correct it. It would take an overhaul, firing everybody. You'd have to, like, get rid of the entire sequel trilogy. You have to restore the timeline. Yeah, I mean, essentially everything that they've spent money on, all the tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars they've spent on movies and TV, because they've spent billions now. We now know they've spent billions. I mean, that's something we need to sit back and realize, is that not more than a couple $100 million was spent on total on
Yeah,
anything related to the first three Star Wars movies. I mean, if I go back and look at the budgets of those first six movies, I don't think we're gonna get past a couple 100 million, give or take, maybe 300. What Disney, since acquiring the Lucasfilm, if you look at the TV shows and we know what those budgets are, if you look at the movies, we essentially know what those but essentially know what those budgets are. They've spent
mm-hmm.
billions of dollars, and it is just the analogy I'll draw. I'll bring it up on this show. I've said this once before. It's been a while since I said this, but for your audience, I'm going to take this example that I came up with as a Star Wars fan. To me, it's like you take something like a classic 1957 Chevy, or a classic, any, I don't know, classic Corvette, something, a classic model, a classic Mustang from the 50s or 60s. You take an absolute classic car, premium mint condition. That, Hughes, is Star Wars. However, somehow now we buy it at an auto auction because some guy wants to sell it, older in age. And the next time we see it, it's got dice hanging from the mirror. Yeah, it's got rims on it that spin. It's got neon lights around the back. It's spray painted, and heck, I don't know, maybe there's even spray painted on the hood. There's a volcano with an Aztec princess hand drawn in paint. And so
Unbelievable.
what once was beautiful and pristine is now an abomination. Now, it might be cool to some people to see a classic Corvette, Chevy, Mustang, whatever, fill in the
Yeah.
blank. You know, it might be cool to see it now. You know, with a volcano Aztec princess on the hood with fuzzy dice and spinners and neon lights and and 14, 16, 18, 20 inch subwoofers. Boom, boom, bah, boom, boom, bah, boom, boom, bah. Hydraulics. Maybe they think that looks, but I don't. I don't want my Star Wars jacked up to all eternity. Just like I don't want a classic '57 Chevy to look like an abomination.
And I wish I would have found that video also because I saw it earlier and
I'd send you the link. I don't know where it's at. I just saw it on Midnight Edge screen. Tom had it somewhere. I don't know where he got it.
yeah. Also, for those of you who are joining in, go ahead and share this live stream far and wide. As you all can see, I'm actually bringing in a lot of good comments and stuff, and that's in the chat and stuff. I'm sharing your thoughts on far and wide in the live stream because not a lot of streamers actually do that. I'm willing to do that. Go ahead and take that chance and stuff. Even when one day, if I'm able to get moderators for this channel, especially with Ruby Hooves saying here, Disney unfortunately kills what it touches, burning money, distorting classics, etc. And it is tragic. I have to agree with her on that one.
Yep.
But if you
Yep.
look here back in the article and stuff, and this is where he talks about Disney, okay, since here discussing Disney Star Wars sequels made after he sold Lucasfilm to Disney 2012 for $4.05 billion. Lucas said the new corporate bosses got a lot wrong. So basically, it seems to me that the NDA for George Lucas seems to be coming to an end. What do you think?
Well, NDA or not, maybe you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe the NDA is coming to an end. Regardless, is that George is at that who gives an F age. You know what I mean? I mean he's getting up there in years, and he's gonna say whatever he's gonna say. And frankly, he's legend. I mean, can you imagine the press, Hughes, if actually it was released in the in the news media like Hollywood Reporter or any of these places that Disney suing George Lucas for comments he made about Star Wars. Man, no one's gonna sue him for whatever he says. He created the thing.
Exactly.
I mean,
And
come
he
on now.
And look what he says here. It says, I was the one who really knew what Star Wars was. True. Who actually knew this world. True. Because
True.
there's a lot to it. The Force, for example, nobody understood the Force, he said. When they started other ones after I sold the company, a lot of the ideas that were in the original sort of got lost.
Yep.
But that's the way it is. You give it up, you give it up. And unfortunately, he did give it up and stuff. I'm not sure as to why, whether it was, the fans and stuff criticizing the prequels or anything like that. But the fact of the matter is, I was hoping for it to be like a repeat scenario of I'm trying to remember the name of the company that Disney owned and stuff, but they decided to settle back to the original owners and stuff. It's a toy company. I want to say Hasbro, but
I
they had some.
I don't remember. I should know the answer to that, and I just don't remember right now.
Yeah, I should know it too, and stuff. But the fact of the matter is that if Disney were to sell it back to him, then and he's not able to go ahead and do it at his age, then he should have somebody else to take over. I wish it could be John Favreau, but we all learned the hard way that after the
Look,
Mandalorian movie, he's tuning out.
bro, look. John Favreau put in Lizzo in Star Wars, all right?
I'm starting to think he was probably forced to do that by Dave Filoni.
He said in an interview, okay, maybe you didn't. Okay, okay, maybe I'm wrong on this one, but I could have sworn I saw some live stream somewhere and I thought it was credible that he said that he put that his daughter made the suggestion and so he put Lizzo in the movie or in the show, in the TV show. Here, let me see if I can find it for you. Go on, keep talking and go on to next. Let me see. Hold on, let me see if I can find it somewhere.
That makes it even worse.
That's what I'm telling you, bro. No, I mean, that's what I'm telling you. Like everybody's like, oh, John. Okay, here we go. John Favreau reveals the story behind Lizzo getting cast. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. What was it?
You sharing it with me?
Okay, John Favreau. See, okay. Entertainment Weekly. Let me see if I can bring it up. Look, your audience is getting research live on your show.
Oh yeah. because that's what we're here for, the research and everything, because of the fact that we need to get this information out there as well as recall some stuff from out there. But the fact of the matter is, I really want to see this because if this is true, then yo, this
Okay, I
then
got it. You ready?
yeah.
I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. Providing the fans of Views with Hughes channel with research live on the go. Okay, hold on. I think this is it. Just my right screen. Yeah, here we go. All right. You got there you go. Inside story of how Lizzo ended up on The Mandalorian from Entertainment Weekly, April 8th,
Unbelievable.
2023. Let's just skip down. But how did these two superstars make their way to a galaxy far, far away? It turns out John Favreau's kids are to thank. The series creator talked to Entertainment Weekly at Star Wars Celebration about why and how the pair entered Mando's orbit. Well, we got Lizzo and Jack Black involved because honestly, one of the things that we really like is working on that show, blah, 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 blah. Lizzo and Jack Black were both very active on social media. I know Jack from way back, but he was posting on Instagram. And Lizzo was dressing up like Grogu, and my kids were showing me all these video of how into it Lizzo was.
She ruined Grogu.
So
Ah,
before you put your money down, my Views with Hughes, my great brother, my great brother, before you put your faith in Favreau Filoni or Favloni or whatever we're gonna call it,
I wasn't put my faith in Dave Filoni. I had it in John Favreau. I didn't have anything in Dave Filoni and everything because of the
all
fact
right,
that
but
I didn't even think.
I'm just saying, Favreau's judgment got you Lizzo. You're welcome.
I really think that he was probably brought as a hostage, like taking hostages and being forced to say this. And I'm really hoping that his kids didn't really do that. I hope it just turns out to be like a big lie later on.
What are you talking about? He just said it. He said it. I took it down, but I just had him on video. I could have played the video where he says it. I found the video. Entertainment Weekly. He was on tape, video. And that wasn't just a quote; it was a tape. So even the best caretaker we have is a train wreck. You know why? Because he doesn't have to take it seriously. He's playing around with Disney's money. He can do whatever he wants. He's like, you know what? Hey, what? Kids, you want me to get Lizzo? All right, screw it. I'll get Lizzo in it. Hey, Lizzo.
How old are the kids again?
Oh, I don't know. Let me tell you right now. Hold on. Do do do. All right, stand by. More research by your special guest researcher, Mexican Iron Man. Stand by. Bringing it up now.
And while you bring that up, I'll go ahead and bring up the next particular part of the discussion, which is the current price of the Disney stock.
The kids
Sitting
are
in,
currently 20 years old.
I'm gonna be honest with you. With the students that I taught before that are
22.
all that are 20 right now, or
Yeah.
even like younger, they
Yeah, they're
don't care
20 to
about
20.
Lizzo.
He has three kids. Their ages are range from 19 to 20, 19 to 23, I think, if I did the math right. I could be off a year or two, but yeah.
They did like a lot of kids that like in the age groups of 20 or even like what 14 years, but at the time in where the episode was made, they didn't care about Lizzo like that. They didn't really listen to her music like that.
Yeah. Anyway,
Unless,
Star Wars is dead.
oh
Speaking of
yeah,
things that are dead, let's go to the stock ticker for our third
yeah,
segment tonight. First
Disney
segment,
is.
movie. Second segment, George Lucas. Third segment, Disney stock at $101. Awesome. Yay.
How you feel about that as a shareholder?
Well, it's pretty much known on YouTube that I'm way upside down on this thing. I inherited about 500 shares that were, I don't know, when mom bought those. I think they were 30. Anyway, they went from 35 to like 100 and I don't know. I think I sold them at 160, 150 to 160 ish. And then I paid taxes on that. Um, and then I thought they were going to keep going up, so I bought back in at 178. So that's after tax money. So I bought back in at 176, 178, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. Um, so I'm pretty upside down right now. So I really know I know that I need to sell because I just but it's just like admitting defeat, but defeat just keeps knocking at my door, and I think I just need to let defeat in because yeah. I bought a bunch more in the when it hit in the 70s to try to hedge, but even if you average out the 500 I had plus the 200 I bought, I'm still way upside down. And I don't see it getting better. And in fact, the stock was in the 120s, 125 when Peltz was making his moves, and
Yeah.
it's just steadily dropped and dropped and dropped. You'll see in the stock table that you have, there's a little kind of little blip where it kind of went up just a little bit for just a little
Mm-hmm.
hair, you
Yep.
know.
I see it.
Um, yeah, just a little, just for a little hair, but I mean, this is nothing significant. Bob Iger better get his act together, man, because if he doesn't, I mean, I don't know what he's got to look forward to. One movie that might make a billion, everything else is like mediocre, flops. The release schedule, they're cutting back on that. They're cutting back on TV shows. Disney Plus, he just announced last week on May 15th, Tuesday of last or 14th, whatever that was of
Yep.
last week. He announced that he admitted they overspent. So overspending on Disney gets you losses. The movies aren't doing well. No one's watching the TV shows on Disney Plus. The theme parks just look old and ragged. I don't know if you've been at Disneyland or Disney World,
Nope.
but they look way ragged and haggardy. Like I was there February of last year in Disneyland in LA. Woo wee! It looked like raggedy ratchet, like old and tired and needing more than paint, need like an overhaul, and it was just
Yeah, but that's the thing though. He had so much focus on streaming as well as the parks and everything. There wasn't an improvement. He assumed that the people would eat it up because it's all under the Disney brand and everything. Because it's just
right,
because he had a Marvel name on it or a Star Wars name on it and everything. He assumed that
right,
then they'll stick with the nostalgia with a bit of twist of the whole Bob Iger spin and everything.
right,
Which basically shows he's not creative. He's all about live action remakes as well as a bunch of sequels and stuff.
right. Yeah,
We've even said that Iger is, you know, torching everything. Words wants his legacy to be that he killed Disney. And he does care about his legacy, you know,
right.
but he doesn't want to go ahead and use his legacy to turn it around and stuff to actually get back into entertainment because of the fact that he doesn't have a creative bone inside his body. You think this is what's gonna was also what's keeping Nelson Peltz and like at bay and stuff because of the fact that he could make another big announcement and stuff as a return in the coming future. What do you think?
I think if Disney has, I'm going to flip the question in a totally different direction. I'm
Uh-huh.
going to say this is that if Peltz comes back, well, we need a CEO that's from outside of Disney. We need somebody to come in and just focus on making money of this thing,
Yeah.
and selling them off into useless assets. Like Fox is pretty useless. I mean, you tell me we paid 72 billion, 77 billion, whatever it was for Fox.
Uh-huh.
Dude, and almost no money's come back out of that thing. It's just a money pit. Disney, without its parks generating cash, without its cruise ships, and without its real estate, Disney is a joke. It's a money losing studio. It's a bull crap streaming service.
Yeah.
And and I mean, it's just, and their studios suck. And don't even get me started on their animated movies. Woo.
Even like the fact that with the animated movies and stuff, they decided to go ahead and take the stuff, those animated movies, and add like messages giving people warnings of problematic elements in the movies and stuff, which led to more people to leave that as well.
Right.
But I mean, other than that, at this point, it is what it is. Because now there's word of him going ahead and taking Disney Plus and merging with, you know, Warner Brothers Discovery. All right,
Well, I
we'll
don't know if
definitely.
it's a merge. It's more of a cooperative licensing, or no, distribution, delivery. Dude, it's a cable bundle, bro. Like it's basically a cable. It's a glorified. It's a glorified cable bundle that's going to be streaming. I mean, that's what we're talking about. We're not even talking about something that's really new, different, or what. It's basically
Mhm.
them saying, "Hey, you don't have the viewer. You didn't hit the results that you wanted on Warner Brothers, or you're not hitting the results you want, Warner Brothers. We're not hitting the results that we expected, Disney Plus. So guess what? Let's try to put it all together and do something. Wait a minute, Bob. You just had Hulu and Disney Plus together, and that I thought that was supposed to save the day. So even that can't save the day. No, nothing can save the day because all these mofo's try to compete against Netflix. You know what? Don't take a shot at the king being Netflix. Don't be taking no
Mhm.
shot at the king if you can't topple the king off the horse with a spear from 100 yards. I mean, just don't even roll up on that.
I'll take out the and crazy part about it. Stranger Things on Netflix beat out several different series from Disney Plus.
My
Look,
God, I mean, wasn't
what One
Wednesday
Piece. Oh yeah,
Netflix?
Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday too, and along with One Piece and stuff, they obliterated all the shows from Disney Plus, including Mandalorian.
I've seen coverage from our buddy Pro, WDW Pro, our buddy over on that the Pro channel, and that bro, they're telling us over there that, and I guess this is publicly available data, but I was watching their videos that
Mhm.
Tubi, a free service, is like whooping tail in terms of stuff, in terms of people watching it. And you know what? It makes sense. Why would you pay for something? Look, I look at myself right now. I
Mhm.
Hughes, I have never spent so much money for entertainment that I don't watch in my entire life. I mean, look, aside from Disney Plus, I have subscriptions for everything. I got Max, never watched it. Why do I have it? Just in case. I got all of them. I got all of them. I got Hulu, I got Netflix, I got Amazon Prime. I mean, I can
Mhm.
look, I can keep going.
I'll be
And it's
honest.
all jacked up. Like I love Major League Baseball, and I love watching MLB Network. Well, the damn thing's only on Hulu Live. So if I want to watch that one that one channel, which isn't in my local cable, which I pay $200 a month, by the way, for internet access, high speed internet access on the home front. Um, just because where I live. So, dude,
Yep.
I'm literally spending like one way or another. I'm spending over yeah, I'm spending YouTube Premium. Oh, I got YouTube TV now because I cut the cord supposedly, but I still have to pay for the internet and my phone at the house because I need a fax for work. Anyway,
Yeah.
long story short, I mean, I guess I could e-fax it too. But anyway, the point of the matter is that I'm spending basically a car payment one way or the other on miscellaneous crap. For 320 or 380 bucks a month, I could lease basically a brand new Lexus. A
Dead.
small Lexus, it'd be a tiny little baby Lexus, maybe a Nissan Altima at 380 a
Yep.
month. But I'd get something.
Oh yeah. And speaking of streaming, we want to go ahead and go to the next story. Well, this it's not going to be talked about too much and everything, but
Okay, I'm talking
it's
too much. That's my cue.
no. Well, you're fine. You're doing you the guest here and stuff. I'm actually honored to have you again, but Variety is actually reporting why Marvel is rebranding its television shows to eliminate the pressure to watch absolutely everything.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Another trade going ahead to try to save Disney's behind.
Oh boy.
That's what I'm seeing here. It might be a long article. I didn't read it yet, but it says here, um, when Agatha All Along premieres on Disney Plus in September, the series will now open with the traditional Marvel Studios logo, and has been the case with almost every previous story from the Kevin Feige-led division since WandaVision premiered in 2021.
Right.
Instead, the company is rebranding its streaming efforts as Marvel Television for live action series and Marvel Animation for its animated shows, which launched with just concluded first season of X-Men 97. Mike, I'm be honest with you. Today was the first day I watched X-Men 97. I didn't even finish the first episode of it. Okay.
All right.
And I'm be honest with you, it looks good, but at the same time, oh, Ruby Rose, thank you so much for the $5 super chat and joining the show. I'm glad to see you enjoying this. Yo,
Ruby should have written in there, enjoying the show except for tonight's guest.
Oh, please.
Ha!
Mexican Iron Man, you know, goodness will you the best non-YouTuber out there right now.
Thank you for respecting my non-YouTuber pronouns.
You're
My
welcome. You're
pronouns are
welcome.
non and YouTuber. Non-YouTuber.
Weeby
Wait.
Rose, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll
So
be honest, you didn't have to even do that, but I'm just so glad and honored that you're actually supporting me. Thank you so much.
dude, I've been a fan of you since I first met you on the Pro Channel. I think you. What I like about you is that you can talk about anything at any given time, and I always liked your videos before I met you. So anyway,
Well, I
getting back
appreciate
to,
that.
getting back to this here. So I did read this article, but I didn't know you were going to bring it up, but I did. So two things. One is that you have Bob Iger's comments going back to that earnings call, saying that he was. Uh-oh, Oaktown girl's in the chat. What's up, girl? That's my girl. Uh-oh, I'm busted.
Uptown girl.
Busted. She's like checking me. She's like checking me at the door. Um, so Bob's saying that they're gonna like deliver less content. And it's like, well, we produce too much. No, you produce crap. Whether you produce
Yeah.
a lot of crap or a little bit of crap, it's still crap. And
Mhm.
this homework thing is a big deal. I mean, I remember listening to rants by our buddy Tom Connors, my good buddy Tom Connors over on Midnight Sedge After Dark. Where they're like, it's like, look, I want to just watch a TV show or I want to watch a movie. I don't want to have to do a bunch of homework to watch different TV shows and movies just to like pick a random one and not have any idea what's going on. And that's what happened with Marvel. They got caught up in their own storytelling of everything's interconnected. They took what happened with the Avengers and they assumed they could just keep that rolling in every direction. And you just freaking can't. One of the things that's been great about comic books,
Yeah.
whether it's DC or Marvel, I'm a DC guy. I grew up a DC kid. I didn't grow up a Marvel kid. There's very few Marvel titles I liked. Obviously, Iron Man was one of them. But you could have story. You could buy your story run where they build and build and build and go and go. You could get your limited run series where they told a story in 3, 6, 9, 12 issues. Or you had your
Mhm.
alternative story. You had your Detective Comics, you had your Batman, you had different looks and feels and titles, and they were kind of on their own. Marvel as a company forgot how to tell stories because if they had remembered, then they would now have to dial this back and roll it back and on this homework thing, right?
Yeah, and not only that, we wouldn't have never got the awesome Hawk or Ironheart and stuff if they remember exactly how to tell stories. But this came with like how they actually hired newer writers and stuff who we come to find out almost a decade later. Some of us probably earlier than that were activists instead of creators.
Right. Yep.
Tripping Org, how you doing? Welcome.
Better watch out. You don't want your orcs tripping.
Ask Morgoth and Sauron. All right. But yeah, getting back to this whole thing with streaming and that. Wow, shoot, I can't even get it out. A super chat
$5 super chat from Adega Outlaw.
saying seeing YouTubers for no Mike is not a YouTuber.
Thank you. Thank you, Hughes, for your wisdom and your leadership and your vision for telling the truth. Thank you. Go ahead.
It is my
Sorry.
pleasure. But seeing you two providing such knowledgeable content warms my mad heart. I'm so glad to see you here, Mr. Outlaw, Adego Outlaw.
Hail Adega Outlaw.
Yeah, I'm hoping everything's well with you all. I'm glad to see you all here. 2 super chats and stuff with around 7 viewers and stuff. Go ahead and get this live stream out there. Share far wide across social media, y'all. But yeah, like I said, this is my first time watching X-Men 97. Throughout my videos, I did say that I was gonna watch the show and stuff when the hype died out and everything, and it was reported that there was lesser viewers and everything. But it goes back to possibly where people actually gave up on Disney and saying that it's Marvel made under Disney. And
Yeah.
I watched it and stuff. I didn't finish it. I'm not going to give like a full analysis or judgment on it, but
How
so
many
far,
episodes did you see?
like I said, I didn't even finish the first episode and stuff because I had to go ahead and continue on preparing this live stream and stuff.
Hmm.
But the fact of the matter is, the animation quality is good. It's good. I give them that. It's good animation quality, but as far as the story is concerned and stuff, and it sound like they got some of the original voice actors and stuff who played Wolverine and even Storm, but I could be wrong. But like I'm gonna watch it during I'm gonna watch the season and stuff. Am I heavily invested in it? So far, no, but I'm interested in see like how it goes because a lot of people saying it's good, but at the same time, the numbers aren't there as far as ratings are concerned. What do you think, Mike?
Well, look, I never was an X-Men. I wasn't a fan of this cartoon back in the day, whenever was the day that it used to run, 80s, 90s, I don't even know. Because like I said, I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
really a Marvel guy. Um and look, I don't know about the ratings. I can't really assess things because here's the way I look at this. How many people that watched this show back in the day, whatever age they were, now still give a crap about watching it as grown adults when they got other stuff to do? I mean, the hardcore fans that watched it back in the day and I think enjoying this iteration now, they've also solidly positive stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
my view on this is that let's not judge it by whether or not it was a home run for Disney or not. Let's judge it by the fact that hey, nothing on Disney Plus is a home run, as well it shouldn't be from a viewership standpoint. But qualitatively, the people that did watch it enjoyed it. So I would say it's a qualitative home run and a quantitative disaster.
Yeah. And I have to agree with you. And that's something I heard you say before and stuff. And that's what actually got me into this and stuff. Because you were one of many people that got me into this and stuff. And it's like I'm not doing this for fame. I'm doing this to help get the word out there. So that way to help people go ahead and show them that they're the reason why these companies should change what they're doing. Okay. Because y'all are the life force out there. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I'm still a fan. Mexican Iron Man is still a fan of these different IPs and stuff, whether it's Marvel, even DC and everything. I'm trying to basically help to be that particular person out there, not trying to be an influencer or anything, I'm trying to be the one out there who would actually help to give people hope, to actually give them confidence to show, to stand up to these different corporations, companies, tell them you got to listen to us, something that you should have been doing a long time ago. Okay. And
Mhm.
that's why I'm here. Not only that, but I'm also trying to my best to go ahead and unite the fandom. Okay. It's hard right now and stuff. And people may tell me that may never happen, but I'll be trying. Okay. And with that being said, and everything, with them actually trying to help them justify the rebranding, it seems to me that they're trying to justify them and going the same route they did with Agents of Shield. With Carlson, Agent Carlson, who died in the first Avengers movie, and all of a sudden come back for the Agents of Shield. Ooh, he dodged a bullet and stuff. He lived, and oh my goodness, he lived.
Yep.
And only to find out it's not going to have anything to do with the movie franchise itself. Ruby Rose says, hopefully, hope wins the day. Well, the only hope we'll have is that if we actually see Bob Iger actually announce that, he's changing course, that he's not going to have no more messaging, because he said that he said it's going to be entertainment first and then messaging later.
Yeah, but the odds of that happening are the odds of Mexican Iron Man eating a dozen raw jalapenos on a live stream.
The odds of that happening is when Jerome is actually going to grow his hair back. The odds of that happening is Jerome turning white.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed that. But yeah, like that trying to eliminate pressure to watch absolutely everything and stuff. I mean, going first, fast forward through the argument. Marvel series first launched into streaming. Kevin Feige made it a point to note that shows were part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the storylines would be integrated with the future feature films. And the events in 2021's WandaVision carried over into 2022's Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. We saw how that went.
Yep.
In 2023's The Marvels. Wait, what? What? Okay. I saw Multiverse of Madness, but I didn't see the Marvels.
Right. I did.
Okay, can you explain to me what they mean by this and stuff? Carry over? Oh, Miss Marvel. and
Yeah.
also Hawkeye.
Miss Marvel into the Marvels.
Yeah.
I actually like the Marvel show. Or Miss Marvel, sorry. Not the Marvel. Miss
You
Marvel. I thought it was cute. But, I mean, if I had like a teenage daughter, maybe it would have been, I mean, I thought it was cute it would have been a cute, it was a cute show and probably would have watched it if I had a teenage daughter in my house. You know what I mean?
yeah. And I thought about watching it and stuff, but just because only because of the fact that Iman Vellani actually came forward and defended the fans, didn't make fun of them, didn't insult them or nothing.
Right.
But yeah, just with the Marvels, for example, while the first season of Loki 2021 fed into the Ant-Man and Watch Quantum Mania, just a brief second post credit scene and stuff, which in turn led into the events of Loki season 2 later that year. Okay, so basically these shows are going to go ahead and lead into the movies going to be in theaters that I guarantee you are going to flop, and these movies that are in theaters and stuff that are going to be flops and stuff help people to go ahead and watch the shows in Disney Plus, which are going to be having bad ratings. Okay, oh, Oaktown girl, thank you for the generous super chat which says can't pull it together because he has no idea what he's doing or what needs to be done. He's now totally exposed as the fraud that he is. Well
Yeah.
said. And that is definitely true because of the simple fact that you know Iger basically is on repeat. Iger is, you know what? Bob Iger is insane. Mike, remind them what the definition of insanity is.
Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
Exactamundo, senor.
Yeah.
Exactamundo. He needs to have his mind checked, I think, or at least I'm just hoping he doesn't end up as the same way as a particular president who doesn't know where he is most of the time.
Yeah. I'm going to have to agree with you on that one.
Yeah, but oh my. Y'all, I promised y'all before I was trying not to show any bias and stuff, try to keep this agenda free and everything. But when it comes to being agenda free and everything, it's hard to actually to fathom the fact that these companies are going down the drain and taking these IPs with them and stuff.
Yep.
You know, and it's hard. You know, it admittedly it's hard. It's really hard. But now seeing that the agenda and stuff is not a matter of left and right, it's actually a matter of going with the status quo, which both the left and right could be on.
Yep.
But yeah, what are your thoughts about that? Like, what else do you think that Bob Iger could do and stuff to change things around?
Dude, he just needs to leave. He needs to leave and get replaced. That is the only thing that he could do. He needs
Mm-hmm.
to leave and he needs to just get replaced and leave. He just needs to go. Did you freeze again?
Ah,
Yeah, you
I
froze
froze
again. I was
again.
like, I'm talking to myself again. I'm like, what happened?
My bad. But yeah, like I mean, Abigail Disney, like she's showing the politics and stuff. I guarantee she's gonna put it into like content if she got the company back and stuff into the
Yeah.
family. But fact of the matter is if there's another Disney relative out there in later generation that actually holds true to Walt Disney, please come forward. We need you. I love you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Going into the last story of the day. This is pop culture related also. Um,
Okay.
yeah. Mike, I'm not sure like exactly how tuned into hip hop you have been since the 90s and everything. Not sure
Very
which
little, but I
yeah,
can't avoid them. But I'm, I can't avoid the news when I see it.
yeah. So I'm not going to get into too many details with this. I just put this up so that way I can get a reaction from you of an interview done with the rapper named Cameron that happened earlier this week on CNN. Okay, so we don't hear that Diddy was hit with a new assault lawsuit stemming from 90s relationship with the student. So basically, he's being sued by somebody and stuff who basically he claims he had a relationship with, but the victim The alleged victim, on the other hand, stated that I'm gonna make this whole long story short. The victim is suing him because they're accusing him of actually, forcing him to do these things and stuff, especially with um Diddy's then girlfriend Kim Porter and stuff, have forcing them to have to do with each other while he watches, and it really made her feel uncomfortable and stuff, and her reputation and stuff. That's just the gist of the whole terrifying situation.
Wow.
But yeah, yeah, like it's actually it's absolutely mind-boggling. All these details coming forward. We knew how, that we knew that Hollywood was bad, but we just didn't know how bad it was. This makes me want to go to that whole Shannon Sharp interview with Cat Williams, watch the whole thing to see who's next. Because I guarantee you a certain Brooklyn native and stuff is probably next and stuff. So what do you make of this
A
whole
Brooklyn
controversy?
native. Well, look, man, these Hollywood people, and I'm going to include the entertainment industry in that. I mean,
Mhm.
all of these people are just crazy.
Oh yeah.
They're all absolutely crazy nuts, and they're degenerates, and they're left unchecked, and they're and they're cheered on by so many people that that want to see them do this, that, or the other, and no one's holding that. There's no accountability. No one's holding these people in check, and when no one holds you in check and you're allowed to roam free, when predators are allowed to roam free, the predators find victims, and there's nothing
Oh
worse
yeah.
than the victims of these Hollywood actor types, directors, producers, financiers, which are probably some of the worst, as well as entertainment industry people. I mean, you have what happened to the story of, what wasn't it, Lizzo, that is getting sued by one of her dancers for stuff that she made her people do, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I remember that. I reported on that
I
too.
mean, and then the
And
arrogance. I mean, Diddy thinks he can go on some kind of apology tour and that's going to be okay. Come on,
hmm,
come on. Who's buying that?
well, people are saying that he's going to jail, hopefully, but a lot of these things he's done and stuff took place
I don't know, man. Do you think so?
decades and stuff. I mean, I don't think so because of the fact that statutes of limitations.
Okay.
If he can't go to jail over what he did to Cassie and everything, which happened back in 2016, then he's not going to jail. What happened on in like the 90s. But if it's something along the lines of like 2020 and stuff, he did some stuff for 2021, and it was real gruesome out there, and somebody comes forward, then yeah, he's definitely going down. Like
For sure, you
what
think?
yeah, water wall coverages of court cases and stuff. If someone comes forward stuff like before or towards the end of the summer, oh,
Hmm.
best believe I'm going to be live streaming that, baby. I'm going to be live streaming that.
You
Maybe not.
will?
Yeah, maybe not on. I might not get away with it on YouTube. I may get away with it on Rumble. Okay,
I mean,
but
just look at
other
this. From denial to admission, Diddy apologizes after come on, dude. What the hell?
yeah, but this is like this. But you got to watch this interview. I'm not sure if you watched it, but this
Oh
is
yeah,
funny.
I seen this clip on Twitter.
Yes, but we got to watch it again though,
All right,
because
go
it's
for it. Let
funny.
her rip.
Okay, so for those of you who aren't familiar with this is the rapper Cameron. Cameron was that one rapper and stuff before mumble rap was a thing. He was rapping like with the wee gooey, who's the sticky eggy with the picky picky and the lippy lippy. But and this came from my generation and stuff. We like that. People in my generation like this rap. But he's older now. He's doing a podcast on YouTube with rapper Mace. Okay, Mace is
Okay.
still famous and stuff. He's still doing good. You know, still looking good. Still good, doing good. Pause. But yeah, other than that, we're gonna go ahead and watch this. Let me know if you can hear it.
Thanks for being here.
Can you hear it?
First, when you saw that
Yep.
video of Diddy, Cassie in that hotel, did you recognize that Sean Combs?
What I want to say, first of all, when I seen the video, everything in the video was egregious. I'm against. I don't support all the charges that's alleged against him. I don't support any of that trafficking, minors, domestic violence. I'm totally against it. So when I seen the video, yeah, I was kind of upset with it. No, being that I know him, he's not necessarily a friend. But yeah, I was upset when I seen it. But
did you
as far as
recognize
everything
him?
I just said,
Did you recognize that
I
kind of
wasn't-
anger at all from your
I don't know him like
experiences?
that. What do you mean? Do I be recognized? Do I recognize him? I seen him. What do you mean my experiences? I seen him and I thought it was disgusting. I didn't do a zoom in to see if it was really him or nothing, but he admitted it was him. So
Hey, Cameron just put out there what the streets are doing and stuff. That got nothing to do with me. I'm not in his shoes.
I
That
don't
ain't
know.
me.
I think I recognized him. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe kind of. Hey, but I am not. No, wasn't me.
Yo, but
Wasn't
this
me.
is just the tip of the iceberg. Y'all gonna
Wasn't me.
be y'all gonna laugh at the end of this towards the end of this interview. And there's a part of here I'm going to skip and stuff. But yeah, you just gotta. It's hilarious.
yeah, it was him.
What did you think about the apology that he gave in that other video?
Ain't me for this. The apology ain't for me to decide, it's for Cassie. What I think about it don't matter. He ain't do nothing to me. Cassie need to ask Cassie if she accept the apology.
The media is doing this, trying to see like what they should how they feel about the apology and everything. Cameron is right. He's thinking the same thing that we've thought and stuff. That doesn't matter to those celebrities. It's only meant for the celebrity that was affected, as well as the fans. And my thing is, this interview is going to show why they got the wrong person to talk to, and that they should have got Mace to do it instead. Why? Because Mace was also signed to Bad Boy Records. He was close with Diddy and for decades and everything.
Well, it has that up close personal interaction, right? That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, basically.
I agree.
But it didn't last long, because later on, Mace was signed with 50 Cent's record label G Unit and stuff. But let's go ahead and continue with the video.
I told you how I feel. I said what I said.
I want to play a conversation that you had on your podcast back in September with Mace. Listen.
Yeah.
When you had your record deal, why did you take me to Biggie Smalls and not Bad Boy?
Man, it's almost gonna bring me to tears to say this. I just, being that I saw you as such a good friend, I wanted to put you with somebody I knew with.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. A lot of people ask me that on Instagram, man. Don't have me just out here crying and shit, man. I don't want to get emotional in here, man.
Instantly, I knew Biggie would do right by you.
Y'all gotta watch this part.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that? I mean, is there something known in the industry about how Diddy treated his artists?
So I'm going to get some cheeks after this horsepower joint.
Okay, I didn't see all of this. I
Mace.
only saw the clip at the beginning from Twitter. I didn't see all of this.
Oh yeah. So what he drunk right there, that was his product and stuff. The horsepower, that's basically a sex enhancement drink and stuff.
All right.
That he created. That he used that, he did that to promote his stuff.
Okay.
On national television, on CNN.
Okay.
He did that and said he's going to get some cheeks tonight.
All right.
On national primetime television.
And for those watching on YouTube at home and around the world, getting some cheeks later means knocking boots. It would be Mexican Iron Man's going to translate that. That would the translation would be knocking the boots. Hello.
Yeah.
Said Mace took me to Biggie. I don't really know Puffers like Mace know Puff. So I appreciate what Mace said. And of course, that's my brother. So if he felt that way, then he felt that way. I can't really tell you how Puff moves or anything like that. Mace may know better than me because he was signed to Puff. I wasn't. But my show does come on at 8 a.m. Eastern on YouTube. It's called It Is What It Is. And y'all make sure y'all check it out. I mean, I might get some more information out of Mace from there. But for me to tell you how Puff act and all that, I don't know. I never was signed to him.
Yeah. What about the industry in general? I mean, so many people have pointed out that Diddy couldn't get away with this stuff if there weren't a lot of people protecting him. Do you think that's the case?
Who the talent agent for this joint? Like, you think I'll be sitting around watching what Diddy do and all this? I didn't know this was a Diddy joint that y'all invited me to. Yo, who booked me for this joint?
All right.
Wow, and I'll be sitting
Cameron.
around watching Diddy and all that.
Thanks.
Come on, man.
Thanks for joining us.
No, I only saw the clip at the beginning on Twitter. I didn't see all of it. No. Oh, you have Stump Mexican Iron Man on YouTube. I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I should do that with you. Here, I'm gonna do that with you, Hughes. How did I get on this channel? Am I wait, where's the other host? Views. Wait, are you Views or are you Hughes? How did I get booked on this thing? Where's my talent agent? What happened? Wait, hold on. My talent agent's right here. It's the Rabbit Chicken. Hey, why did you book me on this show?
Oh, I watched that twice, and the third time's the charm. It's still funny, and you just made it much better. Now, when you said you watched it, I thought you watched the whole thing.
No, I just saw that little clip I saw like a little piece of the clip at the beginning. I saw it on Twitter, and I just blew through it because I didn't know there was any more. Holy shit, crap!
That's why he was trending on X before. That's why he was trending on X. What was it?
I just saw a snippet clip of it.
Man, that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
Hold on, wait, hold on. This is the Shang-Chi Rabbit Chicken. Hold on, wait, what? He's talking to me right now. Hold on, what? Oh, Rabbit Chicken says he's getting some cheek action later tonight. He's fixing to go out, and you know what? He's gonna go out the window up there. He's gonna.
But yeah, Cameron basically. This is classic. I like this because this showed the flaw in mainstream media, and it's been exposed. You know, a lot of people say that Cameron came up there, all disrespectful, and he shouldn't have done that, made the black community look bad and stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's not the first time that he's actually done this. He's appeared on the O'Reilly Factor back in 2003 with Dame Dash, the CEO of Rockefeller Records and stuff that signed Jay-Z and everything. They basically trolled Bill O'Reilly the same way. This is how he is. And he came from both the left and the right. He didn't even know that, he's going to be talking about with Diddy and everything, that deep and stuff. But the fact of the matter is, this exposed the mainstream media, and it's my job to help people to actually get away from the lies of the mainstream media and the tricks of the mainstream media, and go ahead to different content creators like myself and YouTube and stuff, and non-YouTubers like Mexican Iron Man, who I'm glad to have here tonight. Mexican Iron Man, I'm gonna go ahead and close you out. Let the people know where they can find you.
Oh, what's the next thing I'm doing? I would say Midnight's Edge after dark, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, Tuesdays, Thursdays. So thanks for having me, man. This was a blast. We covered a lot of ground in an hour and a half flat. That was great.
Hey, thank you for being here. And I know you're a busy man, so sometime this summer I'm going to have you on the show, in an episode where it's going to be during the day. Okay, looking forward to have you back again. All right.
Well, thank you, sir.
All right, take care. Get some sleep, man. You need it.
All right, thanks, boss. See you later. Bye, everybody.
All right. Okay. Well, basically that's it, everybody. I mean, we have Mexican Iron Hitman here and stuff. We had like some good people in the chat tonight. Well, thank you all for your support. I love y'all. I love y'all. I want to thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for your support. I don't have words to describe how much y'all mean to me right now. Okay. And I'm hoping, in the community tabs, I do post things on the community tabs. Give me suggestions and stuff, what you want to what you want in the future videos and stuff. You watching live or you watching recorded video, let me know your thoughts about what was discussed in the topics on tonight. Also, let me know what you want to see in future videos and stuff, because I want to give you what you want, something that Disney, Warner Brothers, and other companies don't want to do. Okay, I want to give you all what you want. Let me know where I go wrong. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. Let me know what I'm doing right. Let me know what I can do better and stuff, just to make you happy. Okay, so that's it for tonight. I want to thank you all for being here and stuff. Thank you, Ruby, for your support. And I'm glad you had a good time. And I hope you all also had a good time tonight. So, like I said, let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below after this live stream is over with. Also, if you have any additional thoughts you have on the topics covered tonight, let me know your thoughts about those as well. If you enjoy what we shared in this live stream tonight, go ahead, smash like button and share, this far wide across social media. And if you haven't done so already and you enjoyed all the content I put out there, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification so that way you be notified of future uploads and updates. Until then, peace.